Hi everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loads 15, and this video will be previewing day 2 of the Craven meeting at Newmarket. And with the first selection tomorrow, it comes in the first race at 150 with a horse called Moyassar. This horse is currently trained by Richard Hannon and Jim Crowley's booked for the ride. Current price at the moment is 11-2 bookmakers. This horse went quite well through the nurseries last year, running from distances varying over 5 and 6 furlongs. A lot of his best form actually came on good to firm ground. He's got his conditions tomorrow. It's quite dry at Newmarket, not really expecting any rain there, so no qualms there with the ground. Also as well, he's had a wind up which hopefully would freshen him up, and I think this horse could definitely be one to follow this season in the colours of the Godolphin operation. Richard Hannon's stable coming into some form now, and I just think tomorrow, even though this is quite a tricky race to work out, I thought he could definitely be a good selection to go closer. He's going to be the tip in the first race, the 225. This is an absolute nightmare really, but the horse that I thought might have a chance of going quite well tomorrow is Desert Icon, trained by William Haggis, James Dilbert for the ride. These two always work very well together. They had a really good season last year, 6-1 with bookmakers at the moment. And the Yard have won this race back in 2012 and in 2016. They've been a little bit quiet recently, but they did have a couple of nice runners today. They also as well had a winner at Newmarket on day 1 of the Craven meeting, so maybe William Haggis is kind of a trainer that can get on a roll, and possibly he could have this horse ready to go tomorrow. There's plenty of winners in the pedigree by See the Stars, who does very well, William Haggis does very well with this. Obviously he has Sea Class, did really well for him last year. I just thought this horse, if you wanted a bet in the race, could go quite well for you, but judging on pedigrees at this stage and maybe just whispers from other yards, we don't really know what's going to go well. So it probably wouldn't be a betting race for me, but if you wanted a tip there, Desert Icon would be the selection. In the 3 o'clock, I think it's very hard to look past Brando, trained by Kevin Ryan. Tom Eves is booked for the race, 6-4 favourite at the moment. Won this race the last two years, has a fantastic record fresh, and I think if he's in the same mood he has been the last couple of years, he's going to win this race. We then go to the feature race of the whole meeting, the Craven, the Group 3 race here in the 3:35 tomorrow. And I thought Watan was actually quite a big price tomorrow, and he's going to be my tip. He's 14-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Richard Hannon again, and Ryan Moore is booked for the ride of Al Kebab Racing. Al Kebab Racing, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. They were very good, serious horse racing owners to follow, and with all the connections on paper with the jockey, the trainer, and also as well the owners, this is a much big price really to be going off tomorrow at 14-1. He had some good form in the book. He won at Goodwood, at Glorious Goodwood. I remember when he won actually on his debut. I was there that day when I was doing a bit of work with Radio 5 Live. Yeah, he was very eye-catching. He then went on to York to finish second behind Phoenix of Spain, who was a very good horse for Charles Hills last year in a Group 3 at York. So that wasn't a bad run there, and had some other fair pieces of form. He went and won at Leicester on his final start of the season. If he's come out well throughout the winter, I think he can definitely go well tomorrow. We know he can run well first time, and he's going to be my selection for the big race tomorrow. I think he could definitely have a serious chance of going close. Also as well, he's bred for a mile as well, so he should get that. We then go to the 4:10, and this was a very tricky race to work out, but I thought Clerisy was probably the obvious one here. Trained by Sir Michael Stout, who had a winner in the last race at Newmarket today. Ryan Moore booked for the ride, 6-4 bookmakers at the moment. Actually entered this filly in the 1,000 guineas and was odds on at Wolves on her only run so far, when she was running on at the end, finishing in 3rd place. And I think really if this horse can maybe improve like Sir Michael Stout's horses often do, could definitely be a hard one to beat on the day, and that would be my tentative selection for the race. The 4:45 is again the next horse here. Don't know how you pronounce this one. Is it called Doughan Aib? Anyway, the name of it will be in the description below. Again, Ryan Moore booked for the ride, Richard Hannon trained, 13-2 bookmakers. Ran really well the other week at Lingfield when it was at odds of 16-1, and it only just got beaten by an odds-on shot of Amanda Perrett's called Sash. So that wasn't actually a bad performance by this horse. You think it'll come on for the run as well. A lot of Richard Hannons that run first time out often do come on for their second run. And at 13-2 with a good run under about, this horse could definitely go well. In the last race tomorrow, I thought again this was quite a tricky race. but I thought the obvious could be on show here, and that is the current favourite at the moment. I could see he's got a solid chance. Kamarvaal for to Michael Stoughton, Jim Crowley, 4-1 bookmakers at the moment. This Dubai colt finished 4th in a maiden here in September on his last start, and then went on to win at Chelmsford in October. He's definitely got the look of an improver about him, and he could be well handicapped off his current mark. So for me, I think that horse could go quite close tomorrow, and will be my tip in the final race. So not much to go on for tomorrow. It's very hard this meeting to find some winners, but hopefully there could be some winners in there lurking out. If I had to probably pick one out, that was my strongest fancy in the day, I'll probably go Watan actually at 14-1. He's probably my strongest fancy of the day. So that's all I got to say. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button for more tips and videos here on my YouTube channel at LuckyLoads15. Also as well, there'll be a video out which is going to be uploaded tonight for Cheltenham tomorrow. I always do full previews every time they have a race meeting at Cheltenham, so go and check it out if you haven't done so already. And that's all I got to say, so please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.